Ја објави новата методологија која е како пресликана од францускиот нон-пейпер. Треба ли да очекуваме оваа нова методологија да го забрза процесот како што е најавено?
I don't know whether it really will speed up the process, but for sure people in the Western Balkan countries will see earlier that they are on the path to Europe by partly taking part in the debates, in the funds also, and not waiting until everything is solved and then the big door will open. And this is much better, I think, for the people in the countries, especially also now, hopefully, for North Macedonia and, if possible, for Albania, because waiting, and then negotiating behind closed doors, more or less, although it's a transparent process, normal people don't understand what they are discussing there. But they have to see if there is one cluster done, I have something from that negotiations and I don't have to wait until the end. The only a little bit critical point is that the member states are now more involved in the negotiation process. That has the advantage, hopefully, that they are better informed and that at the end they don't make, or one or two or three make trouble. On the other hand, it hopefully does not lead to more diversity on the European side. At the end, I really think there are much more positive points than we had before in this very bureaucratic system of negotiations.
Европарламентот се залага за политички диалог во земјата. Има ли напредок, особено ако го земеме фактот дека власта и опозицијата немаат договор околу јавното обвинителство?
I'm very happy and it will be well received in Brussels. I'm very sure that there might be a chance now to have the law which will guarantee no hidden amnesty, which will guarantee that not politicians in the back rooms decide which case will shut down or not, but the judges which are paid for. Maybe it's also a clear signal for the courts that they should go on with their work and that not politicians will interfere. This is from yesterday and not from tomorrow, this kind of politics.
Пред 10 дена се одржа Жан Моне 3 диалогот со новиот тим на европратеници. Меѓутоа, решенијата се оставија за после изборите, поточно за после 12 април. Задоволен ли сте од сработеното досега?
I'm satisfied, yes, because in the first two we really got good results. I just mentioned it, code of ethics, rule of procedure. That now, some weeks before election, it's always a bit more difficult to find, even to those points, common sense. But I think the discussion was quite fruitful and I see a good chance after the elections, whoever will be the winning team, for the whole parliament to find a solution on the now open points. So I'm an optimist with regard to this.
Грција испрати реакција за прекршување на Преспанскиот договор. Какви пораки вие испраќате?
Well, I don't want to interfere what a single minister is doing in this technical government, but all responsible politicians have to have in mind how this is perceived in countries abroad, in countries of the European Union. And giving the impression that some want to lead the country back to yesterday is not really helpful for the European path and the process we have discussed.
Последните пораки од официјален Париз се дека Македонија има шанси да добие датум ако остане во пакет со Албанија. Додека пак последните пораки од Холандија се дека Македонија може да добие датум, но ако се раздели од Албанија. Како да го сватиме ова?
Yes, it's a very difficult situation, because on the one hand, it's very clear that North Macedonia deserves now opening of negotiations. Nobody is doubting about that. I think Parliament, of course not, Commission, of course not, and even in the Council, there might be a chance now to get it through. With regard to Albania, there are still two, maybe one only, but it's enough, one. The Netherlands, who have doubts that this will work. I think this is a total unfair approach, and we should try everything to convince our friends in, in the Netherlands to let both countries now start negotiations. But on the other hand, I understand that the people in Macedonia don't like this coupling, because you are in a way hostage of the situation in the Netherlands, not in Albania, in the Netherlands. I would say the problem we see when decoupling is that how is the picture then? Everybody is in the game, but Kosovo, Albania and Bosnia. And that looks a bit like it's about religion, it's about the Christians first, or what is it? And so I understand that people want to keep this coupling, but at the very end, we have to show the people in Macedonia that they get what they deserve.
Кои се реалните шанси Македонија да добие датум за отпочнување на преговори на следниот Европски совет во март?
You know, I'm always an optimist, but I have to admit that I was so optimistic the last time and the time before, so I'm now a bit more careful. But I think there is a real chance, and I know from governments of the member states, from the Parliament, Commission, that they are really working hard to convince the last ones, which might be a problem. But even if you need then another half a year, I don't hope that this will be the case, but please don't forget, the whole Parliament, nearly all groups are in favor. The whole Commission was clearly stating that it's time to open negotiations. And at least 24, 25 of 27 member states see it the same way. So you are not alone.